Assessing oracy in the classroom can be something that is very, very difficult to do well. Thankfully, we at Vibbl have now put together an oracy flow to assess oracy in an easy, simple, and systematic way across your school. Assessing oracy can be troublesome because oracy requires extended periods of time of speaking and listening. This can sometimes be difficult to facilitate in a classroom, whether it's individual oracy assessments of perhaps a student presentation or peer discussions where you have to put activities together where groups of students can work collaboratively and you have the time to overview these assessments. And once you're actually assessing these activities in the classroom, you need a way to record and capture that evidence so that it can be moderated either by peers within the school or by external bodies. And sometimes that can be difficult to do and organize as well. What we've created at Vibbl is a flow that allows you to upload and evidence all of your oracy recordings in one place. And it also allows you to collect recordings directly from students, creating a culture of self-assessed oracy and metacognition around oracy within your school environment. Let me show you how it works. So this is our oracy flow here, and you can see I've got a number of assessments which I've already added into the platform. If I want to add a new assessment into the platform, I quickly just click on Upload Oracy. And here I've got example oracy assessment. I can edit that and call it whatever I like. And I can upload either a video or I can upload an audio file. So I'm going to upload this video of a student presentation and I'm going to click Save. This will take a little bit of time because it's a video, and you can see that it's now been added into the platform. Once I've added this assessment into the platform, Sarah Salt, who's my student, will also be able to see this, and I can click on this assessment to watch it back. So I can watch this presentation back if I want to, and I can also review it using the Oracy framework by Voice21. So here we've got this built in, so I can quickly assess what I think Sarah has demonstrated within this presentation. So I can just highlight the different areas, and I can use this as a tool for formative or even for summative assessment. So I can share these results with Sarah so that she can have really clear, meaningful, and specific feedback on oracy, or I can choose for this to be not shared with Sarah, and I can just assess it for myself. And I could perhaps prompt Sarah to self-assess her own oracy presentation by asking her to do so by adding a comment to my student here, which I can either type or I can just record a comment and just say, "Hi Sarah, I'd really like you to review this presentation that you did last week, and I'd like you to have a look at the Oracy framework by Voice21 and just highlight some areas where you can demonstrate that you've hit elements of the framework for me. Thank you." Okay. I've now sent this comment on to Sarah, and then Sarah can go through and she can highlight areas where she feels that she has demonstrated different skills. Let me show you what that looks like. So I'm just going to go back into a different oracy assessment that I've made earlier. So if I just come back out of here and I click on oracy, down here I can see this is my Year 9 class presentation, which I've done earlier. And I've actually labeled these assessments with different labels too, which you can use to customize and organize. So here, this is a piece of work that's been self-assessed. I've used that self-assessment label. If I had hundreds of these assessments, I could just click this button and instantly find this oracy assessment. I can open this one up. And at the bottom here, I've asked Sarah to assess herself and give me feedback on it. She's recorded a voice recording back to me. And here we can see areas which I've assessed in green. She's assessed areas that she thinks she's demonstrated in yellow, and areas where we've actually both matched are marked in blue. So this can be a really effective way to clearly demonstrate oracy skills within the classroom, either with it being assessed by yourself as the teacher, assessed by the student, or a combination of both. And you can choose to keep that private, or you can share it with the student so that they can have the benefit of your knowledge and wisdom in terms of that assessment as well. You can also provide ongoing feedback comments around that assessment. The student can watch it back, listen to it back if it's an audio recording, and they can provide feedback back to you as well. So you can create a learning conversation around that oracy engagement. Hope this helps. And if you'd like to see this in a little bit more depth and to see how it would work in your specific school context, please do get in touch with us and book a demo, and we can go through this in a little bit more detail. All the best.